How's it going, guys? Blaine Loud here, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the new critical changes and block changes and the new Polaris update. So, in my opinion, I honestly think critical and block have been kind of changed for the worse, but I guess it's a matter of perspective. So, I'm going to talk to you guys about what I've come across and what others have been telling me, and then I'll let you guys know my opinion on everything. So, starting off, if I wanted to have the gear that I normally run with, that's a lot of mounts, I would have my full Malster set, and I usually use the Jack Holloway. So right now my stats are sitting at a good damage and critical, and that would be 117 and 636. Hovering over my critical rating, I've come across that my critical has gone down to 73%. Now before Polaris, my critical was up in the 100s, so I automatically critical. Well, through my questing experience through Polaris, I realized I don't critical as much as I used to. Yet, I do critical, but, it's a big difference from that 100%, so they definitely lowered that down. My block rating is a totally different story. If an enemy criticals, there's absolutely no chance for me to block. I mean, yes, I do have low block rating, but 9% it's nothing. So, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that I'm going to have to respec my gear to make my block actually high. Where I'm a storm at first, so block isn't really that needed. So I'm more focused on damage and critical. Now, if I were to put on these new boots that I got from the Rat, which was critical boots, and I do have a critical ring, I believe, from Aphrodite. Yes, okay. So my critical rating is now 107%. Now that's really good, but that sacrificed a lot of my stats. My armor piercing definitely went down. It's still good, but it went down. My block rating, yeah, I'm not blocking. There's no way, okay? I'm not blocking. My damage is great. I mean, it could be better, but it's there. And then my resistance is fine. So the way critical is working now, there's a random number generator for the way critical works. You have a percentage that goes up. When you critical, a random number is generated for your critical, and the enemy's critical, it's like a rock, paper, scissors deal going on. Your number and their number. Whoever has the higher number is going to win. If your number's higher on the critical, you're going to go through without them blocking. If their block is higher, they're going to block you, or you're either not going to critical. Now, in my situations, I have seen times where the boss does not block, but the minions do. Or one minion blocks, one minion doesn't. It makes no sense, but that's how they done it. And honestly, King Ryo, Wizard101, all of this, I think it's too much. Critical was fine the way it was. Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit overpowered, but in PvP it was balanced because people were blocking all the time. So I don't understand why the change needed to happen, but it did happen, and we're going to have to try to adjust to it. But I've talked to many people. Everyone thinks that the critical and block system is broken. I agree with that 100%. I'm not saying that it needs to be changed, but I'm saying that the way it stands now, I do not like it. And it's kind of, pushing me away from critical rating. Right now, I feel like the only thing I can spec in my gear now would be damage and critical block. Because if I don't have critical block, I'm not going to be able to block. I'm going to be getting wrecked out there in, PvP. So that's where I stand on this whole situation. I mean, you guys can let me know what you feel about it, and, it's all good. But from here, I say critical is, in fact, broken, and if it was changed, that would be great, but I can respect my gear, for a different situation. I don't need critical, but I love critical, as you can see. So, my pet is basically spec'd for damage and critical, so having to change that would be pretty hard. So yeah, leave a comment or, message me on Twitter and let me know what you guys think about this. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.